Welcome back to the 5th annual FANNIE Awards!
Hey, how many fingers am I holding up? That's right, 9, because that's the same number of days that we are into the 2021 FANNIE Awards. Sometimes math is easy enough for me to understand. Welcome back, it's day 9, it's the Fannies. We are so close to the finish line here. But like I said yesterday, these top 3 movies are big deals and we need to take the time that is necessary to talk about them. So, to quote Grandpa Simpson's greatest quote ever, here comes 2. Please give it up for the number 2 greatest movie of 2021, which is Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you take into account their subject matter alone, some movies just deserve to be special, treated with more love and more care than just any other old movie. Justice League is one of those movies. It should have been a big deal. Zack Snyder had plans to treat it as such, but Warner Brothers decided to leave common sense at the door, and what we got in 2017 was a safe, watered down, way too short picture that had nothing special about it and was simply just fine. We had to wait years for the real version of Justice League, but by God, it was worth the wait. This is everything I wanted it to be and more. 4+ hours of the kind of sweeping, panoramic, quasi-theological mythology that DC was meant to be. Instead of trying to copy the Marvel formula and tone, it embraces its own majesty, dares to be different, and takes us to vast, hidden places where other superhero pictures have never dared to tread. Given all the tragedy and drama that happened behind the scenes, the fact that this exists is a victory. It's the good guys getting a win. Whether or not WB learns from this remains to be seen, but for now, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League to hold up as a shining example of art triumphing over greed. During these 4 little hours, the world is as it should be. Unfortunately, due to the nature of Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out on HBO Max exclusively, it means a lot of people missed out on it, and that's a crying shame. So if you have not seen this yet, and you have the ability somehow to get your hands on it, I implore you, don't let the runtime scare you away. This is what a DC movie should look like. All right, we've given enough love for one day. It's time to get a little bit negative now. That's right, one of these golden trophies, golden though they may be, is actually a turd wrapped in gold, and it's our job today to bestow that turd unto the most disappointing picture of the year. I don't like to be a big old negative Nancy, that's not what my channel's about, but every year is going to have a worst movie. Every year is going to have a worst everything. That's just how it works. So if I have to bequeath the most disappointing Fannie to somebody, it's going to be one of these 5 somebodies. The nominees for most disappointing are America, the Motion Picture, A Quiet Place Part 2, Space Jam, A New Legacy, Spiral from the Book of Saw, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And the envelope is about to seal somebody's fate. That fate and that awful trophy go to Spiral from the Book of Saw. This was a tough call, I'll be honest, but Spiral ends up getting the award because with somebody as talented and intelligent as Chris Rock calling a lot of the shots, I'd expected better. Saw is one of my favorite horror franchises for 2 big reasons. It's one of the only ones that tells the same continuous story from one movie to the next, and it actually has something interesting to say between all those bouts of gushing blood. Spiral's problem is that that story and those interesting conversations ended 2 movies ago. Jigsaw John Kramer is long gone, and with him went the heart and soul of what makes Saw Saw. At this point, we're on our 4th copycat killer of the franchise, and it's like, what's the point now? The story has been over for a decade, yet Lionsgate insists on keeping this thing on life support to its own detriment. If the Jigsaw Killer was a real person, he'd lock up all the executives who greenlit this into one of his games, and nobody would bat an eyelash. Damn, harsh words. We gotta change the name to the Savage Awards. But that's it for today. Now, there is only one trophy left. Tomorrow, we give out this final shining achievement to the best picture of the year. The Fannie Awards will conclude with Best Picture. See you tomorrow.